era of Australian basketball. It is the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup presented by Disney, and we start with New Zealand and Illawarra, a Breakers team desperate for a win to get their season going. And the Illawarra Hawks with their superstar JaVale McGee ready to build on their championship win from last season. I'm Jack Heverin. Speaking of championship winners, Damon Lowry alongside me as we take a look at two of the stars of tonight. D, good to see you.
Good to see you, Jack, my man. Hey, remember when Wednesdays was hump day? Now it's Ignite Day, and I'm loving it. And we got PJC all first team. We got Tyler Harvey all first team. These two dudes gonna, look at that floor, man. Oof. These guys are gonna be going at it, and Parker Jackson Cartwright and his teammates could not be any more desperate, like you said. So we're gonna see if they can come out and put 40 minutes together.
So we can hear what you're asking. What is the Ignite Cup? What does this all mean? It does mean more games, which is the cool part about all of this, but there is another layer to the Ignite Cup, which is something you can follow almost like a season within a season. Here's just a brief breakdown. A new scoring system. Every quarter you get a point, 3 points for a win, and of course $400,000 up for grabs, my friend.
How much? $400K the long way. Now, don't get it confused. Players would rather play games than train. If it wasn't for this Ignite Cup, guys would be in training session right now doing three-man weaves, being bored to death. Now to get a chance to play for $400K, could not be more excited for them dudes.
This is a man that everyone is tuning in to watch at the moment. He has very quickly grabbed a hold of the Hungry Jacks NBL. You're calling him Wilt McGee.
Oh yeah, and with good reason. And it's in my contract, Jack. I have to let everybody know he's from Flint, Michigan. And JaVale, the three-time champion, I'm so glad he came down under, and he's playing with the right attitude. Sometimes you worry when the guys of his stature will mail it in or not. JaVale is here to win. He's so skilled. What we're seeing from JaVale is something we didn't get to see a lot of in the NBA. He was more of a role player. But here, he is clearly the closest thing we've ever seen to Wilt.
So that's the positive for the Hawks right now. Ja'Cory McLaughlin is attracting a lot of attention. He's an import, which in this league, if you're not producing, you come under the microscope pretty quickly. But you are one of the few to defend him right now.
Yeah, I'm a Ja'Cory fan, and I understand how difficult it is. I understand the pressure under imports. Now, he's averaging 9 points a game and 4 rebounds, 4 assists. That's all right. Now, here's the thing. Davo averaged similar numbers last season, and that's who Ja'Cory was here to replace. He was never brought in to replace Trey Kell, the starter, and average 17, because Will Hickey's got the car keys now. But what's happened is Will Hickey's hurt. Ja'Cory's got to step up into that role, and right now he's just not shooting the ball well. But when everybody's back and he's playing his familiar role that he was brought in to do, he'll be fine.
This is the Ignite Cup presented by Disney+. Great to be here for the first game of this wonderful new invention for Australian basketball. Let's talk the Breakers, Damon. They are yet to win. Simple as that, 0-4.
Oh, wow. Like right now, all you can say is they're a bad team. Now, they have all the talent in the world. I like the pieces that they have. They have not, for some reason, been able to put the ball together. And they've also, Jack, have not been able to put the ball in the hole. Three-point shooting is the worst probably in the league, and they're going to have to resurrect that.
They've got some work to do. Here's a little snapshot of what Petteri Koppinen, their coach, had to say pre-game.
Guys, we talked a few days. Individual responsibility. Start from there. Competing every play. Match their energy and effort. We can, give nothing easy to them. Everything starts from there. We get some stops. We play with confidence. We are everybody. We're playing for each other, competing. Then our confidence goes up. We get some stops. We finish with the rebound. We get to the open court. But it starts, pride. Stop the open. Then, communicate, help each other. With our style of play, we need to react defensively, offensively. What is going on? We need all 5 players and help each other.
A huge thanks to the New Zealand Breakers as well for allowing us behind the scenes in the pre-game. We spoke about their three-point shooting. They could desperately need this guy on the floor right now. Knocked down 638 of them across his 342-game NBL career. I speak of Cam Glidden, who's courtside for us at Spark Arena. Cam, welcome.
Yeah, appreciate it, boys. Looking forward to this first Ignite Cup game. I mean, just give me a time machine. If I could go back and compete for 400 grand, I'll be there in a second. But great point as well. More games, less trainings. Best thing for the players, for sure.
Cam, what would that sort of prize money mean to the players, do you think?
Well, I think a nice little bonus is great. I remember going to the finals sometimes and you forget about that because you're locked into the finals, and then you get that nice little 5%. It's a nice little cherry on top. But I think for these two teams, just a win to their name is what they're looking for.
Great to have you with us tonight. Great to have Ken Witchin, Chris Reed and Hugh Starkey as our three officials tonight. Is this the night that they break through for a win, Dave?
They certainly hope so, because to go on 5, you don't want to say it's a must-win, but damn it, it don't get any closer than a must-win than right now. So Rob Baker's got the start once again, and he's got obviously JaVale McGee, so that matchup right there is going to be a telling tale.
Here we go for the Ignite Cup. Wednesday night hoops comes to the NBL, and it's presented by Disney+. Great to have your company. The Illawarra Hawks in possession first. It's been a challenging start to the year for them. What hasn't been challenging is JaVale McGee or Wani Swakala-Bullock. He's been excellent to start the year.
Wani's been consistent, but great pass by JaVale McGee. He got doubled early, which is what you're supposed to do, but JaVale just showing off his all-around skill with a nice assist.
You look at this Breakers lineup, Damon, you wonder how they're going to stop him.
Well, they don't have anybody for him, Jack. They need 2 people on him. And here's Isaiah. Wow, he could not be any more happy with that start, because he has been down in confidence, down in form. To see him go aggressive early is a great sign.
Was that by design, do you think? Get him involved early?
I think it was, because he's your import. He's your marquee kind of a guy next to Parker Jackson Cartwright, and he should shoot this one too, Jack.
Crosses over on Harvey. Brockington has 4 points in the first minute.
All right, Zay. Hey, Zay, me and Leonard Copeland, man, we still riding with you. So hopefully he can just continue this, Jack. He hasn't been playing a whole lot of minutes neither, and maybe because of his form has clearly been down. But this is how all imports, when they come out here, should be, in my opinion, aggressive.
22 points and 18 points in his 2 NBL Blitz games. Hence why it was a few preseason predictions to be the MVP. This is a fierce start for the Breakers import.
And there might be a 30 for 30 documentary on the Blitz and whether it's cursed or not.
We can make a few 30 for 30s here from the NBL. The pre-game itself would have been its own 30 for 30. With the 3 men in green. We'll get back to the boys very shortly. Here's Tyler Harvey, a wide open look. Leave him open at your peril.
You got dilemmas, Jack. You got to double JaVale McGee, because if you don't, he's going to go off. But then you leave Tyler Harvey, who's a known sniper.
164 NBL games coming into tonight for Tyler Harvey. There's PJC in the mid-range. McGee gobbles that up. Peatling quickly to the other end. He can't cap it off. At the moment, the man with a hot hand, though, is Isaiah Brockington. Got to his left.
No. Calm down, Isaiah. Calm down.
This time, Harvey puts the ball on the floor. Lopez reaching in, is whistled up.
On the dribble, we're going this way. On the floor.
Jack, the Hawks are just as desperate. They've only played half the games that the Breakers have played. As we look at this replay right here, I don't know what Isaiah was thinking. I don't know what you was thinking, man. The dude's wingspan is 7'6". He's a pterodactyl. Now, Justin Tatum, when he had his first game as a Hawks head coach, was right here in New Zealand, dub. Last season, when they was going for the most wins in the franchise history, was right here, dub. So they would be feeling confident being in this stadium.
Peatling at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 5. McGee had the seal, and it's as easy as that.
Like my sister trying to guard me, Jack, and we were kids, and I put the hanger on the closet door. She had no chance. You got to send a double every time he touches it.
I've got more questions than answers out of that. As PJC with his first points of the night. I feel I'll have a few questions by the end of this evening. These nice hands from the next up. Lopez with his head down. McGee got another one.
Jack, why?
Harvey for 3. That's off target. Peatling cleans it up. Hawks in front.
Great job, Mason Peatling. I mean, you're just taking your shooting percentage in your own hands when you're going up against JaVale McGee. But good to see Mason Peatling being aggressive on the glass, because he's also been down in form.
So JaVale averages 2 blocks a game. He got 2 in the first 3.5 minutes of this one. Peatling unloads. And the Hawks are in rhythm.
Yep. Mason Peatling only had 2 points coming into the season with those 2 games, and I didn't know if he was hurt or sick or something, but that's a good sign. Just like that one, Jack. Isaiah Brockington shooting 100%, well, if you don't count that one that JaVale McGee spiked. Good to see him aggressive and knocking down tray balls.
8 points already, 8 of their 10. Isaiah Brockington has. And with the ball out of McGee's hands, turnover. Easy two, PJC. Breakers tied up.
That time, JaVale caught it a little bit further out, and he was a little confused whether the went with the double coming. Great job by the Breakers.
PJC 16-5-5 last Sunday against Sydney, but is clearly hampered by a rib complaint. Tyler Harvey never hampered with ball in hand.
Never. Pathological scorer himself. It's only a matter of time with Tyler. And Sam Meninga draws a foul. And Sam Meninga's another guy, Jack, who the Breakers are playing 11 guys double-figure minutes.
Why is that?
I have no idea. I think Petri Coppinen is just trying to find a group that he can really trust. And right now, with 4 games in, he hasn't found that just yet. And I feel like when you're playing that many guys, some guys might lose out on rhythm and confidence. And I think Sam Meninga might be one of those guys. So hopefully Sam can have a big game today.
It's the Ignite Cup on Disney+. Every quarter is worth a point. 3 points for a win. Sam Meninga makes the first. $400,000 up for grabs in prize money. And Feb 22, Damon Lowry, the final will be played on the Gold Coast.
Wow. Nice scenery. You can always find better, lesser things to do than to ride up to the Gold Coast for $400K. That's going to be one of the most intense games we've ever seen.
I think we start the push now for the pre-game boys to do it from Cavill Avenue somewhere. See if we can light those boys up for the evening.
Yeah,
Felix will already be there, so Copes and Pete just need to meet him there.
You got a P.O. boxer dressed up there, Felix.
14 apiece. PJC with his head down, changed the decision late. Good decision. Rush fine for Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe is another player who's been down in form. Look, the whole roster's pretty much been down in form. They're going to have to do it by committee. Great extra pass and not being so, I guess, single-minded by PJC for finding Rob Lowe in that layup.
Here's Jonah Bolden out on the floor. He was with the Breakers last season, Sydney, for a year before that. He's had an indifferent start to this season, a disrupted start to NBL26 for Jonah Bolden. PJC takes Bawali Bales to score.
Nice by PJC. Now, Bawali Bales, he has the foot speed, not quite like Parker's, but he's got enough of it to give you some trouble. But when you guard that man that tight, you just encourage him. And Parker's shooting 50% when he gets inside the key.
Down to 4.5 minutes remaining in his first quarter. Jonah Bolden short on the 3-ball. Rebound by the Mexican teenager, Karim Lopez.
I don't know how you say travel in Spanish, but just give me time, I'll work it out. Now, young Karim Lopez, I believe, is on minute restrictions, which is no bueno. As we look at PJC on the Amy replay, just get to his spot, just crafty.
Isaiah Brockington has 8 points, PJC 6. Tyler Harvey, Illawarra's leading scorer with 5. Interesting just on those rotations, Damon, that he's leaving Jackson Cartwright and Brockington out there in this first quarter.
You got to ride with the guys, Jack, that you really invested in and, and put the big bucks into. And these guys have the most responsibility as Tyler, on his left hand, draws the foul. But yeah, those two guys are the leaders scoring-wise in this team. And I would also be including Sam Meninga in that group, to have those 3 guys play bulk minutes and rotate around the other 2 spots.
Tyler Harvey, All-NBL first teamer last season. Averaged 17 points per game. Has become, your description of him is best, a pathological scorer in this league.
Can't help himself. And he's soon to be an Australian citizen. I can't wait for that ceremony.
Are you going to go?
I might have to turn up for that one, for support.
Still to come, Sydney and Melbourne United later on tonight.
Hello!
Carlin Davison closes the lid on it.
The bouncy one, the man with the bounce. Providing energy as Parker causes a tough turnover in the backcourt. Those are the energy kind of plays that Petri Coppinen is looking for. And a guy like Carlin Davison can really earn his trust and his stripes making small, good, those extra plays like this.
There's the foul on Bales. The Breakers are enjoying a good couple of minutes here, and it's getting even better for them.
Ruben Tarangi been shooting bricks like the rest of his teammates, but it's good to see him not hesitate. Hey, Cam, what's it feel like down there, man? What's the overall vibe like with this 0-4 team?
Mate, they're looking a lot sharper tonight. They must have had a good week of practice, but we have been known to see the Breakers play good in patches, so I'm just wondering how long can they keep this thing going.
Well, it's a small sample size, Damon, but they are 2 of 3 from outside. Across the season, New Zealand are shooting the 3 ball at 23%. Oof. With those numbers, they couldn't hit a cow's backside with a guitar.
No, they couldn't. No, they couldn't, Jack. And you got to figure when you're shooting that poorly, that the next one's going in. It's only a matter of time, but it can definitely dent your confidence. But when you're 0-4, like, what else you got to lose? Like, you got to come out guns blazing. So far, so good.
0-4 to start their season. Maybe Wednesday night hoops might be the thing to ignite them.
I saw what you done there. Thank you.
Here's Tarangi, same spot, same result.
Rube! Damn them shooting percentages, Ruben. Way to let it fly, man. Justin Tatum has seen enough. They need to talk about it, Jack.
Tangerine timeout, 26-17. Ruben Tarangi, the spark off the bench with back-to-back threes, boys. This is exactly what the Breakers would have liked.
Someone get me some new experts over here, because they told me pre-game, they laughed at me. They said New Zealand, no chance. Isaiah Brockington, Leonard, you told me he was on a flight home.
Man, he's on fire. He knew that plane ticket was coming, so he said, let me start shooting the ball.
And this is exactly what we wanted to see, the confidence. They look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
All the Breakers, Ruben Tarangi comes in, just catch and shoot twice without even thinking about it. This is the perfect start. The Hawks have to pick it up defensively.
Now, we said pre-game that the Breakers could not hit anything from the outside, and I believe I know what Jack was talking about when he said hitting a cow's backside with a guitar. Now, I'm not here to king shame, but they've certainly found a way to actually hit the cow now, and they're knocking them down from the outside.
And it started with Brockington, ultra aggressive. Now that Justin Tatum has something to figure out, how do they lock it up? 26 points, way too many in the first 7 minutes.
Is this New Zealand playing well, or are you worried about the Hawks right now?
No, that's New Zealand shooting the ball well, being aggressive. I'm sure they hear the talk, they hear the noise.
Oh, they certainly do. Jack, take it away.
Thanks very much to Donatello, Michelangelo and Raphael back in the Night Cup studio. The 3 Ninja Turtles in their green suits. Clearly, they didn't talk to each other pre-game, did they?
Communication is the key.
McGee, Bales, Blanchfield, Bolden, McLaughlin, the 5 out there for the Hawks. Britt, Tarangi, Brockington, Lowe and Davison. And the Breakers, at the moment, are all over the defending champions. That's a wild one from Blanchfield. Bolden goes on a retrieval mission. He'll be on the line.
Yep, the Hawks have out there their entire second unit with the exception of Ja'Cory McLaughlin. So they just got to weather this storm. If you're a Hawks fan, you got to know that New Zealand was going to always come out aggressive like this. So, oh, Jack.
Talk to me, coach.
Super coach. That's what they call me, Jack. Hey, look, let's not take this personal. Everybody that's out there playing beat the coach, it ain't personal when I put the beat down. It's going to be real hard to get a dub, Jack. I got me a nice roster for this round. So good luck to everybody out there. And if you haven't already registered, please do.
Big thanks to Choice Hotels, presenting partners of Supercoach NBL as well. Bit of pressure on you all of a sudden to deliver.
Yeah, coaching ain't never really been my forte per se, but I'm going to figure it out.
26-19. The Ignite Cup presented by Disney+. Taylor Britt pulls up. Rebound by Ja'Cory McLaughlin. Turnover, though.
Sloppy turnover in transition. Illawarra Hawks showed the Breakers a 2-3 zone in that last possession. And Taylor Britt pulled up in the mid-range, a shot that he could have made, but I'm telling you, you got to give the ball. You got to get this man more shots. Isaiah Brockington. Don't forget that he is hotter right now than the surface of the sun. They got to find him.
He's had 4 attempts, but he had 4 attempts in the first 2 minutes of the game. Hasn't had one since.
And this is what I'm saying. His point guards, his teammates, you got to recognize them. Hawks are in the zone, but you got to find them.
Taylor Britt running the point for the Breakers back in the NBL this season. Surveys all of his options in the end. Had his pocket picked by Bolden. Here's McLaughlin for three. Good look goes begging. Rob Lowe comes crashing in with the rebound. He's called for a travel.
Rob Lowe said, can I roll with it? Nope. Can't rock and roll, that's a travel. Taylor Britt turned down a shot he just previously attempted, and there's his hook. Parker comes in to finish off the quarter. Yeah, once the both feet go up in the air and you roll over on your belly, they're gonna get you.
And McGee back out there too.
Soft touch. Flint Town. JT said, can you guys score against our 2-3 zone? We need to find out.
They haven't been able to the last couple of possessions. Ruben Tarung is the answer in this first quarter for them.
He is. Good patience, too. I didn't think he would try his luck, but he's got problems right now. Send a double.
8 points in 4 minutes. He's a +9 for his time out on the floor. Ken Widgeon originally called Illawarra ball and changed his mind.
They're entitled to change your mind as long as we don't get anything like those charge block things happening again. Hopefully we don't see that. But the Breakers are putting up a real strong fight with a nice 7-point lead.
Almost picked their way through that zone.
Oh my God, look at this mismatch.
Good luck, Parker. Back out for McLaughlin. Good for his confidence.
Yeah, Ja'Cory, this is good patience. Good smarts by JaVale, drew the double team. Ja'Cory McLaughlin, former Oregon State Beaver. Good to see him knock down a tray ball.
Hawks have just managed to slow the Breakers down. That's McGee's third block of the first quarter.
On the line, it's on the line.
Jack, why? I don't get it. Ruben got away with one early, and he just tested his luck. But you gotta know, what's the record for most block shots in a game? Somebody tell me.
I don't know, but if they keep taking it straight at JaVale McGee, whatever the number is, it's under threat. Jackson Cartwright back out on the floor, nursing a rib injury to start off this season. The Breakers give possession back.
And that's a good coaching move by Justin Tatum to change to a 2-3 zone. Let JaVale McGee stay in the key and be a gargoyle. And that right there, he won't get a stat for it. But Carlton Davidson didn't want to shoot that little floater, so he ends up running out of time.
Both teams a little sloppy with it. 13 turnovers combined in this opening term. Jonah Bolden deep on the three. Jackson Cartwright has 6 points, 4 dimes in this first quarter too. Catches a foot. What's the biggest positive, Damon, when Petteri Koppinen sits down with his group in 20 seconds from now? What is he going to say that he liked?
He's going to say, I love the aggression. Started with his imports, started with Ruben Tarangi. Across the board, everybody is backing themselves. As we heard in his pregame talk, let's get it stopped and then go out there and run and be ourselves. So far, like I said, so good. We just have to extend it for 3 more quarters.
Biggest lead of the game so far for the Breakers has been 9. The margin won't quite be at that at the break, but they should take a well-deserved lead. Ooh, lob! Baker gets up and slams it. Quarter time for New Zealand, and they have got themselves going to start this Ignite Cup. 30-24. They lead over the Illawarra Hawks. The spark has been lit for the Breakers in the opening quarter. And what about this for a way to finish it off?
We have ignition. Rob Baker, welcome to the Ignite Cup.
It's all thanks to Disney+.
Welcome back to Wednesday Night Hoops, and who would have thought to get the Breakers firing, all it took was $400,000 on the line. Peter Hawley, Leonard Copeland.
Oh.
Unexpected for most.
And this is what, besides JaVale McGee setting a record on record pace for blocks, we don't want to see defense right now. You want to see a whole lot of scoring, and that's what's happening right now.
Definitely playing for the money. Both teams look good, I'm telling you now.
All the concerns for the Breakers appear to have been wiped. Can they do the same in the second quarter?
6-point lead, Damon Lowry. As we start the second quarter, they have not won a first quarter at all this year so far, the Breakers.
Yeah, you got to figure one way to go is up. That's the only way they have left. Is Kareem Lopez starts the second quarter. Good kick out.
Menenga, the three ball all of a sudden has become their best friend.
Yeah, they are a different team when they playing aggressive. I hope you got Sam Menenga and you beat the coach team, because I do.
Shameless plug for your super coach team. 33-24 so far. The winless New Zealand Breakers are putting all sorts of pressure on the defending champions. McGee will shoot free throws.
Now that's a tough spot to double from, the middle of the floor. So this is an adjustment being made by JT and the Hawks. As long as you put JaVale anywhere near the box, the double's coming. But when you got him in the middle of the floor, it's a little bit more difficult.
Don't forget, hashtag Ignite Cup. You can get involved all night long on social media. Felix, Pete and Copes will be with you all night as your hosts. Wrong answers only. What do the three of them look like in their green suits? You can leave your thoughts. Hashtag Ignite Cup.
We've already got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bad golfers is another suggestion that I've got on social media. McGee goes 1 of 2. So they have come out and jumped. The Illawarra Hawks, New Zealand. Menenga, pick and pop 3. Not that time. Another whose shooting percentage needs to improve. He was just 18% from long range coming into tonight, Sam Menenga.
That's hard to do too. I mean, he's 50% now, but that shot is always going to be there because JaVale McGee is playing a deep drop on the ball screen. So I don't want to see Sam hesitate. Just because he missed that one, take the open shot.
Next play, fellas.
We've been doing some work as well on the most blocked shots in a game.
What do we got?
Damon Lowry, we'll come back to you very shortly on that. It won't surprise you know that John Dorge's name features.
He'd be in the top 5, sure.
Yeah.
Phil Simon DeWhite's name would be up there somewhere.
Oh man, John Dorge used to get a hold of Copes all the time and just swat that out of the air. Get that out of there.
Mark Brackey could be, he could feature as Daniel Greta. This is a layup, and this is when Parker's dangerous in transition.
Downhill, swings to Lopez.
Wow.
They can't miss.
Wow. That is a great penetration and kick. Parker Jackson Cartwright with the left-handed pass.
Backcourt, Kenny.
And me and Migo, three ball, corner pocket. Parker gets into the key, just dangerous. Sucked in Daniel Greta, Kareem Lopez, made him pay.
There's the Amy replay. Kareem Lopez is the only one, Damon, shooting the ball with any effect from outside. He is 7 of 12 now for the season from long range.
And that is the one aspect of his game that NBA's GMs and scouts wondered if he was capable of. And the improvement that he's made, as Mason Pinion gets one to go on offensive glass, the improvement that young man has made in just an offseason is incredible.
Looks like he's had a good offseason in the gym too. Looks stronger, bigger around the shoulders. There's Liafa for Menenga.
Oh.
Splash!
JaVale McGee's going to have to reassess how you guard Sam Menenga. He's in this frame of mind because those are easy shots for him.
There's 2 for Menenga. McGee can't repeat the dose at the other end. And the turnover New Zealand, they're 7th of the game, but I'm not sure Petteri Koppinen will mind what he's seeing right now.
No, he likes the style. And I like to say it. I probably should stop saying it, but you got to break an egg to make an omelet. So, okay, yes, they do have a few turnovers, but he'd be happy with the pace and the confidence that they're playing with.
It is their worst start to a season, New Zealand, since the 21-22 season.
Who was in that team?
0-6 to start the year. Harvey, knockdown 3.
Wow, that is a difficult shot. Normal people just with his back to the basket on the catch. But that's what you can do when you're pathologically gifted.
It's almost automatic, isn't it? The Night Cup on Disney Plus. Not that time for Menenga. Isaiah Brockington not out there at the moment. Has 8 points. started off the game with a rush for New Zealand. Baker can't get that to drop.
Yeah, I see Isaiah at the scorer's table, so he needs to come in with the same. Oh, come on now. Oh, dodged the bullet. Yeah, Isaiah's going to check in and hopefully be the same aggressive self that he was. He's making things happen.
Lopez to the rack.
Great job running the floor. When Parker's in transition, all you got to do is get in front of him. He will find you.
Second in the competition for assists so far this season, Parker Jackson Cartwright. Peatling just gave that up. And that'll be an offensive foul on the youngster.
Zay Liafa probably should have shot that 3-ball. And if it misses, you had Kareem Lopez there for an offensive rebound. But 11-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Jack, sometimes when you've lost so many games, losing can become a habit. And at some point, it starts to play with your mind, and the Breakers are hopefully not thinking, like, oh, when is it going to happen? So if they can keep their foot on the gas.
Breakers took a point for that first quarter. Here in the Ignite Cup, every quarter, a win in that results in a point. 3 points if you're successful for the game. Harvey again.
Gifted. Pathologically gifted. Tyler says, he's heard the talk, yeah, well, I don't have anybody helping me. I don't have Trey Kell. I don't have Dave O'Hickey. He's like, I don't need all that. I don't need as much as you think I do.
That's going to be there all night for New Zealand. Sam Menenga is taking this second quarter apart. He's got 11 points.
A confident Sam Menenga is a different kind of a beast. Sometimes he doubts himself a little bit too much for my liking, but right now, this is who he is. He's a pick-and-pop threat. Good to see him aggressive.
He's had a very good 6 months. Harry Froling, speaking of having a good 6 months, from the NZ NBL to the Melbourne Tigers in NBL 1, there's a turnover. Now back on an NBL roster. They're things we love to see. Harry Froling here in the NBL.
A gazillion%, like a comeback player of the year. That competition's already over. Just give it to that man right now. And Harry is a scorer. Had a great NBL 1 season. It just shows straight away what he can do. Nice little fadeaway.
Sparkle the Bullock, no good. Rebound Lopez. 44-35, New Zealand leading over the Illawarra Hawks in the Ignite Cup. The Igniter is back on the court. Brockington gets past Swakala Bullock, which is no easy feat.
Not at all, because Wani's going to make you work for it, but I'm glad to see Isaiah keep that dribble alive, Jack, because when he made his first move and Wani cut him off, a non-confident Isaiah would have passed it, but he kept going.
The Hungry Jacks NBL Ignite Cup is turning up the heat with Ignite the Fuse. So, Damon, every Wednesday, we've got 11 exclusive offers that will drop, but you better jump on quick because they'll only be live for 24 hours. Ticket, merch, discount offers. You never know what's coming. A date with Felix von Hoff. You can scan the QR code this week and check out the offers. You do not want to miss out.
Snooze, you lose. So you better ignite the fuse.
You're happy with that one, were you?
I tickled myself there, Jack.
They won't be happy with that, New Zealand. That's a letdown, a rare letdown for the Breakers so far tonight. And Pettery Competent wants to have a chat about it. Disappointing.
I like the timeout, too. Let's just not, even though it's still a 9-point lead, some little signs are creeping in. Those things got to be eradicated straight away. We can't let that kind of stuff slide, so great job by Pettery. So
this is a brand new initiative, the Ignite Cup here in Australian basketball. Derek Rucker, he explains it all for you.
The NBL Ignite Cup has arrived.
CG 43, 37 on the night. Make that 40! Bryce Cotton cannot be stopped!
20 extra games, a quarter-by-quarter scoring system, and a one-game winner-takes-all final. Here's what you need to know. 3 points if you win a game, 1 point for winning a quarter, and half a point if the quarter is tied. $400,000 is up for grabs. $300,000 to the winning team and $100,000 to the runners-up. The NBL Ignite Cup starts October 8th. Let's go.
400 grand.
Man, I'm as green. The envy that I have of this current generation.
Green seems to be the color of the night.
I'm as green as them clown suit blazers over there.
5:05 before halftime. We'll check back in with Felix and Pete and Cope shortly at Ignite Cup HQ.
Hey, Cam, we all know your snipery work back when you was playing. What do you think is going through the Breakers' minds now? They were shooting the ball terribly from deep, but they seem to be a different team now.
Yeah, I guess they'll be saying hallelujah, you know, finally. But, you know, if McGee's going to sit in that keyway, nice dunk by Sam Menenga. If McGee's going to sit in that keyway in the zone and in a heavy drops, the Breakers have to prove that they can make it. Otherwise, he's not going to come out, and the Breakers making them right now.
So, Cam, you're saying keep going back to that same play because it's working?
Well, until the Hawks start peel switching or you know, giving a hard hedge and staying on that pop guy, you keep shooting it. I would.
One of the best knockdown shooters we've had in the last 15 years, Cam Glidden, joining us here on the Ignite Cup with thanks to Disney+. Seeing a good game here to start us all off. Kawali Bales gets into the lane. Swarkle the bullet. Does it rattle out? The Hawks 5 of 15 from outside. The Breakers having far better time of it. 7 of 10 from long range. Jackson Cartwright, little handoff to Lopez, who found space. Rearranged the GPS and scores.
Parker Jackson Cartwright is putting on a clinic. As soon as he looked at Jonah Bolt, he said, take this crossover. Wani comes over to help. Kareem Lopez isn't just a passenger. Cuts to the basket, finishes. Great basketball by the Breakers.
He's the youngest player in NBL history last season to have a double-double. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds already. It feels like we might see a few of them this season.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be double-double central. As long as he can stay healthy.
A 14-point lead for the home team. Game high margin right now. Menenga whistled up for a hole. It'll be his second foul.
And you can't go getting in foul trouble.
Block
Davis is
three,
checking in
hold
for
on the
someone.
rebound, baseline.
And the Hawks, like this 14-point lead is significant, but given where they are, also winless, I don't know if I would be comfortable sitting JaVale McGee and Tyler Harvey at the exact same time, Jack. Given the way the situation is right now, being down 14 points, being 0-2 for the season, I'd be real careful in making that a habit.
Well, Chris had a great look at it. That's why he called it.
The Breakers are over the limit after that Carlin Davison foul. Wani Swakala-Bullock, runner-up in the Defensive Player of the Year last year. And all through that run to the championship, Damon, game in, game out, at the business end, he was locking down the opposition's best player.
Yeah, he doesn't do it in a flashy way. You know, he just does it in a consistent, structured way. And everybody that ever played against Wani knows he's going to make everything difficult for you, but he flies under the radar. But I'll tell you what, he's not going to fly under the overtime show radar, Jack, because all defensive team is coming.
Oh. Swakala-Bullock makes the extra. 51-38. Double-header to start you off for the Ignite Cup on Disney+. Still to come, Sydney and Melbourne at Kudos Bank Arena. Been a clunky old start to this year for the Kings. Melbourne United playing without Shea Ili and Chris Golding in tonight's game.
Yeah, what kind of reception will Delhi get playing against his old crew? His Harry tees one off, no good. And the Breakers are off.
Davison scores.
Wow, it is so much to like about Carlton Davison's game. One thing he doesn't have in his arsenal just yet is a reliable three-point shot, but his athleticism is not normal.
Timeout, 53-38 with thanks to Tangerine, Felix Leonard and Copes are back at Ignite Cup HQ.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jack, these experts, one of them, Leonard Copeland, he told me that this was going to be the wooden spoon winners.
Bro, I got
New
something
Zealand
for you.
Breakers. Great.
Oh!
No more wooden spoon.
It's funny what good shooting can
The
do.
way they're shooting the ball, look, if they continue to play like that, they got a real chance.
Everything we've said in the pre-game show, the New Zealand need to fix. Every single key point they have ticked off.
Ryan on Twitter with X, as we call it now, with the hashtag Ignite Cup, asked the team's just going to continue to run and try and tire JaVale McGee out. Yes, we're seeing that, right? The transition, but also as Cam Glidden spoke about, if you've got stretch bigs and you're shooting the ball well, he is the best rim protector in the league. But if you get him away from the rim, everything opens up. You keep knocking down threes. They've got 53 on the board.
Hey, when it rains, it pours. Right now, it is pouring for the Breakers. What are you doing as Justin Tatum? What are you telling your group right now, Leonard, to make sure they stay in this game and keep it within arm's distance?
Well, they got to rebound the ball, and they got to play better defense. PJC has 8 assists already. The way he's playing, they can get 60 points.
There's nothing to rebound.
Hey, all I'm
they got to play better D.
Career night for PJC coming up, Jack.
13 assists on 20 makes right now for the Breakers, Damon. The boys said it perfectly. Everything they needed to improve on tonight, they have so far.
They did. I mean, their backs was firmly against the wall. Good thing they had a home game as well. But, like, sometimes you just have to have those come-to-Jesus moments. And I'm sure they had some nice, hard truths spoken to them and to each other, and they responded.
Pass inside McGee for Swaka Bullock. Scores through traffic.
Good job by JaVale. Great job cutting off the ball by Wani. Hawks go back with Tyler. They starting 5 with the exception of Jonah. Jonah gives him some extra size out there on the floor.
Then challenge it. I got him sliding into the screen. Black 7 illegal screen, slides into it.
Here's the explanation from Ken Widgeon. It's been a couple of sloppy fouls for the Breakers in the last couple of minutes.
Self-inflicted, I mean, Tyler was electrocuted by the Tarangi screen. Sucked him in a little bit, and Ruben's like, come on, man. But these are the little things, Jack. The Breakers have to finish off this quarter. You can't have these self-inflicted wounds.
10 turnovers is probably the only blemish so far. The scoreboard tells a very nice story for them. Here's McLaughlin off the window.
Now, does that look like a guy that can't score the ball? That is a great move. Spin it, kiss it off the glass. They got to get stops, though, Jack.
So do you go back through McLaughlin again next possession?
I'm going down to the gargoyle, the gargantuan, JaVale McGee, and just make everybody see what happens. He's going to suck in the defense, and everybody's going to get wide open shots and touch to the basket.
Different lineup for the Hawks here. Bolden and McGee on the floor together. He thought he was fouled. Rob Lowe won't back down. So hard to stop.
I don't want to be disrespectful to Rob Lowe, because Rob Lowe is a great guy, hard worker. But you can't be serious thinking he can guard JaVale McGee one-on-one. They've been doubling JaVale all game. For some reason, they left, Isaiah got there late. They left Rob on the JaVale island by himself, and nothing good is going to happen to you, Jack, on JaVale island one-on-one. 7
points, 4 assists. Has there been anything about that man, Damon, that has surprised you? Because he comes to the NBL with an outstanding resume, 3-time NBA champion, all the good stuff that we were looking forward to, but has there been something about him so far that's impressed you or surprised you?
Jack, us people from Michigan, we've known JaVale for a long time.
I should have asked.
His athleticism coming out of the University of Nevada was off the charts always. He just went to bad teams. He's with the Washington Wizards. They was terrible. But this athleticism doesn't surprise me. What surprised me is his attitude towards being in the NBL, because like I said, I've seen guys come out here with great credentials, not like JaVale's, and they kind of mail it in. They think they're too cool for school. Whereas JaVale is at the time of his life and his career, he's happy to be playing basketball and having fun. So I'm not surprised at all.
There's his numbers for the night so far. And there are just not many teams in this league who have got guys big enough and mobile enough to compete with him. We've seen him go up against Will Magnay already, and he had the better of Magnay in that night. We saw him go up against Jolawala Chul last week, which was a different matchup.
I mean, JLA was happy because they got the dub, but just one-on-one, I mean, we're witnessing something, like I said, we've never seen before. Now, it's not translating into wins just yet, but the Hawks need to hold the fort as they fall back to the 2-3 zone.
Davison rips baseline. They've scored the last 7, Illawarra.
Right 43.
Foul will be on Jonah Bolden.
Jonah can't. I'm with Jonah on that particular call, but they a little bit on the soft side, but that's the way it goes.
They need a score here, New Zealand. Jackson Cartwright drags it back out, has 6 points, 9 assists in the first half as well.
Could have easily been 10 assists because those are the shots that's going to be available. And oh my goodness, this is one of those fouls. The breakers are over the limit, and you foul 93.5 feet away from the basket. And that lead they had, Jack, once upon a time, it was 15. JaVale could not cut it to 6.
How quickly this game's changed.
This is why he kept to be switched on the entire time. You just can't afford to have plays off. And I'm hoping that the breakers are not having those ghosts of the past 4 games creep in.
Damon, we go back to it. Isaiah Brockington had 8 points on 3 of 4 in the first 3 minutes of the game. Isaiah Brockington has 10 points on 3 of 4 since then. He has not touched the ball.
Come on, I know this is an indictment to his teammates. I know Parker is moving the ball around to kind of everyone, but you got to keep the hot hand hot. And right now, they're starving Isaiah.
16 points for Tyler Harvey. McLaughlin over the top of Jackson Cartwright. The defending champions look dangerous in the Ignite Cup with thanks to Hungry Jacks. Brockington short on the 3 ball.
Can you imagine what Lenard Copeland would have said to his teammates if he started off 3 or 4 and then didn't get a shot for 7 minutes as JaVale finishes another one?
What about that for a finish through contact?
Just took the hit, soft touch around the basket. And now, again, that 15-point lead, this is what I talk about as Isaiah goes to the bench now, subbed in for another Isaiah. That don't happen very often.
No.
Isaiah for Isaiah. No. But this is where now, Jack, the breakers are thinking, oh no, is it happening again? Is losing becoming part of who we are? Halftime can't get here quick enough for the breakers.
That's 12 points now for JaVale McGee. And all of a sudden, a 15-point lead has been decimated to just 4 with 1:10 left. 53-49. Ruben Tarangi has been a nice offensive spark for them. He's got 10 points.
Found a nice little gap inside that key versus the Hawks 2-3 zone, which is good basketball, but
He breaks a run of 11 straight points as well that the Hawks had enjoyed. Jackson Cartwright flies up the court. Isaiah Liafa, who's 5 of 20 for the season from long range.
And he just about made at least 4 of those threes in one game. JaVale, what you got from out there?
Foul on Blanchfield. Does that mean that McGee gets away with the air ball because there was a foul?
Gets a pass. He gets a pass on that one. He hasn't knocked the 3 ball down just yet, but you leave any human being that wide open, they're going to take a shot.
The 3 ball was on Perth time. It's 2 hours behind. It's still coming. A couple of seconds difference between the game and shot clock. Importantly for New Zealand, they will lead at halftime, which is a mini milestone for them in a winless season so far. Jackson Cartwright, big time.
Parker hasn't been shooting well from 3, but late in the shot clock, late in the half, he found it. Found a wide open jumper.
One last look for Harvey, who scores. It'll be an unsportsmanlike on Jonah Bolden.
We're not talking like that. We literally just called foul. What else do you want? All right.
Let's take another look here, Damon. There was a bit going on in this last play.
Okay. JaVale threw down, who was that? Is that Rob Lowe?
Yeah.
So Rob Lowe did the box out. JaVale grabbed him and threw him down. There's the foul right there.
And then we have an unsportsmanlike foul on white 0. We just want to check that the ball is definitely away.
I can't see how this could not be an unsportsmanlike foul. He basically horse-collared him.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can do that in this code or a few other codes.
Not even in the Ignite Cup you can't do it.
No, sir.
And that's just a solid box out. I mean,
white 0, unsportsmanlike foul, yes.
Yeah, and what JaVale's going to learn throughout the course of the season is certain players have certain tendencies, Jack. it can get under your skin a little bit.
No, I'm happy to go straight there to grab around the neck and pulls him and throws him to the ground.
So just checking whether the bucket counts.
No basket, unsportsmanlike foul, white 0. 2 shots.
There's the explanation. So not only does the bucket not count, and not only is it an unsportsmanlike against JaVale McGee, but the Breakers will get bonus free throws to finish off the half.
Chris.
Great savviness by Rob Lowe and the Breakers. Brain fade by JaVale McGee and the Breakers, Jack. Just when you thought they couldn't wrestle any momentum back before the half, they just did. Now they got an 11-point lead. It was 24 seconds ago.
A 7-0 run of their own that's happened in 90 seconds. And has given the Breakers a little bit of breathing room. Maybe a chance for something special off this last possession. 60-49. The defending champions on the ropes against the winless Breakers here in the Ignite Cup.
Back-to-back 30-point quarters for the New Zealand Breakers. Gets them a step closer to 400K, but also, more importantly, it gets them closer to a win for the first time in NBL 26.
Justin Tatum, none too pleased with what he's seeing at halftime as well. Still not happy as he walks off Spark Arena. Few of the locals getting involved as well because their team is right in this at the main break. 60-49 is their lead. Some positive signs for New Zealand coming out of this first half. Let's get over to Cam Glidden.
Boys, I'm down here with Isaiah. Isaiah, ultra aggressive to start this first quarter. Are you taking it on yourself to kind of take more responsibility to steady this thing out?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we had a tough start to the season. I'm really not into pointing fingers. So, you know, I just decided to look in the mirror and just do everything I can do. I feel like our whole team has done a good job with that. Just, you know, taking accountability for things that we could all be doing better. And, you know, we just had team meetings, discussed our standards, discussed what we want our identity to be as a team, and, you know, started a good first half.
Yeah, I love it, mate. And what do you got to do this second half to make sure you get this first win?
You know, just put together a full 40 minutes. That's what Coach has been talking about for us. So coming out with the same defensive intensity, coming out and making sure we're still pushing the pace, running. Like, I feel like that's that's something that we could really be good at. So just keep pushing the pace and just keep being pesky on defense.
Awesome. All the best, mate.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
My man Isaiah Brockett just trying to reach the word count on those halftime interviews. If Justin Tatum was short, then that was long. Hey, what a half that was. They built a 15-point lead, an 11-0 run to the Hawks, and they finish it with a 7-0 run. This game is right in the balance. You better get your woodwork going because you broke the wooden spoon already.
Let me tell you something. PJC's passing the ball. He's getting everybody involved. I still want to see Brockington shoot a little bit more. He had 8 points in the first 3 minutes of the game. He's only scored 2 cents.
The Hawks showed, though, in that run. They're right there. This game is right in the balance. I'm looking forward to a big second half. But if you're shooting 53% from three, you're going to be in a chance to win the game. What a start for the Breakers.
What a start. The defending champs looking to get into the win column. It's the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup brought to you by Disney+. Second half not far away. Welcome back to the Ignite Cup. You might see Illawarra shooting right there, but it was the New Zealand Breakers in the first half. Petteri Koppanen's Army doing it above the rim and doing it outside the arc. The experts, they've been all over him like a rash, sitting at 0-4, strongly on their way to 1-4. Peter Hooley, Leonard Copeland, what do you make of the numbers?
I mean, you have a look at the match stats. The shooting on the left. Look at the New Zealand Breakers. And, Copes, I'll talk to you about efficient shooting instead of the other guy. Exceptional start. This is what they had to do. They had to shoot the ball well. They have been abysmal from three. They came out, the confidence, and this stuff's contagious.
Absolutely. I think Jack mentioned that they were shooting 26% from the field for the first 3 or 4 games, but Brockington got him going early. He looked aggressive. First touch of the ball, I think he pulled up, took it to the basket, got himself going, got the team going, and when they're playing like this, they look good.
He was hot in the first quarter. In the second quarter, we didn't see him too much. Are you putting that on him, being aggressive, driving to the rack, or do you need PJC to get him more involved?
I think it's PJC. He's got 10 assists right now. The New Zealand Breakers are the first team to score 60.5, either first or second half this season. The bottom team who are 0-4. Coach thinks it's all about the money. And PJC is just a puppet master. He's just putting it on a platter.
Where has he been for the first 4 games, though? That's what I'm saying. I know he's been hurt. We're not making any excuses. But if he plays, this is the PJC we know. He plays like this. This team is a much better team. They look good. They don't look 0-4. That's the truth.
I think this is a product of the way that the Illawarra Hawks defend because of McGee's ability to stay at the rim and protect the rim. Look how deep he is on all of, not just ball screens. He's the best shot blocker we've seen in a very long time. So the Breakers are saying, you know what, if you want to stay in the key, we'll continue to play around. If we're knocking down shots, we're going to have a tough game.
Hey, you guys might not be across the foreign exchange, but the New Zealand dollar, you put some good Australian dollars in front of some Kiwis, they're going to find a way to make some shots. Now, I am scared to do this because the 2 men we're about to throw to, Sydney and Melbourne, coming up after this, Brad Rosen and Jason Cadee, they can talk the back legs off a horse, so they might never actually throw it back to us. Welcome in, gentlemen.
Welcome. Thank you for having us. And yes, I resemble that remark, so thank you very much, Felix. Mate, how good is it to be here? But you guys don't want to talk to me. How about this guy right here, eh? Jason Cadee is joining the commentary for the Ignite Cup. Jace, great to have you here, mate. Should be a ripper game tonight.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. 2 great teams. Start off the Ignite Cup, obviously, over in New Zealand. Then we come here and it's going to be a blockbuster.
I said to Jace before, we're really looking forward to this game. He said, I just want to talk to Copes and the rest of us can just go away before the game. So, Copes, go for it, mate. He's all yours.
Hey, hold up, because we've got an elephant in the room we've got to address. Leonard Copeland's getting fired up because he thinks he's about to hit a nightclub after a Melbourne Tigers game. Jason Cadee, I know you're selling underwear, brother, but what's going on with the Saturday Night Fever collar on your shirt?
Mate, when I heard you were doing this, I thought if anyone could be a commentator, it could definitely be me. So I thought, why not come down?
He comes straight back to you.
How are you feeling, Jace? I know your debut game as a player. This is your debut game as a commentator. We're excited to have you on board, but how are you feeling?
I actually said to Brad, I've walked into a stadium for floor wiping, DJing, basketball, being a player. But to be out here now as a commentator, a bit of nerves.
It's funny, I said that would be a really good time because all the crap that Felix talks, he could wipe it all up, but tonight is slightly different. But let me just ask Jace a quick question here. Ignite Cup, it's great because obviously you get to earn points for each quarter, but tonight, Sydney, back of 2 games, 1-1, haven't been great, but Melbourne's come out of the blocks great. What do you see tonight?
I actually think Sydney will be coming out and be aggressive. Obviously, Melbourne, losing Shea Ili is the real thing for them. They've struggled in recent years without Shea, and so now for me, it's Sydney, can they come out and be aggressive and really push the note at home? And Melbourne's been the benchmark so far, so we'll see.
Really looking forward to Milton Dole tonight, boys. He was great. And what about that game against the NBA team? Wasn't he fantastic for 25 points?
Absolutely. Brad, quick question. Delhi hasn't been himself. You played the point guard for the Sydney Kings. What does he need to do to get himself going again?
Well, I think with Delhi, he's one of those guys that's just so professional that he'll know. I mean, he had a donut the other day, which is very unlike Delhi. And I think one of the things is he's unselfish. And I think he's trying to get everyone else involved. And you saw the way they played in game 1, and they just didn't shoot the ball at all. So I think tonight, I'm expecting him to be much better.
Oh, we certainly are. I tell you what, I joke around, but you do look very, very good, Jace. And we are excited about your commentary debut tonight.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, Brad Rosen.
Brad, you're a veteran, man. You don't get that anymore.
You've been in this broadcast game long enough. Your mic cord's hanging out the back, brother. Don't you go turning around on us.
Hey, who said that was a mic cord?
Oh, love it.
Hey, I love those two gentlemen. Break now. Ignite Cup second half coming up next.
We gotta love those guys.
It is by far and away their best half of basketball in the season so far, the New Zealand Breakers. They lead 60-49 at halftime. Sam Menenga, Damon Lowry, has been excellent for them. 13 points, 3 of 5 from long range, thanks to Hungry Jacks.
This is the exact way that Pettery Coppner was hoping his team would come out and play at the start of the season. For whatever reason, it took him 4 rounds to get it right. But right now, this aggression has been fantastic, led by Sam Menenga's knocking shots down. Parker Jackson Cartwright, Jack, has 10 assists in a half of basketball. He's setting the table beautifully, and Isaiah Brockington, we're now getting to see why me and Lennar Copeland had him ranked so high.
Makes a lot of sense. Still to come here on night 1 of the Ignite Cup with thanks to Hungry Jacks, presented by Disney+, Sydney and Melbourne. Still to come. We just saw before the break, Jason Kadee on commentary tonight.
Wasn't he looking fly, too? He thought it was a Saturday night, even though it's a Wednesday night, but
thought it was John Travolta.
Good to have JC on the broadcasting team. Can't wait to hear him get down.
Hashtag Ignite Cup. Leave us your thoughts, your comments across the night. Felix, Pete and Copes will be with you all evening. You can send through your questions, your comments. The boys will get to you across the night. Hashtag Ignite Cup. Now, this is a tech that was handed down to Justin Tatum as he was walking to the locker room. We said that, Damon, as we saw him head underneath, that he was fired up. Well, there's the result of it.
Well, that just cost you a point. And emotions are running high when you got 2 winless teams.
And a reminder, hearing the Ignite Cup, every single quarter is worth a point. So far, the Breakers have got 2. McGee off the lob.
Saw that back pick coming a mile away, but the Breakers didn't see it. Great pass by Tyler Harvey. We might see that play again.
2-man show for the Hawks. McGee has 14, Harvey 16. Menenga attracting a little more attention on that 3-ball now. He relocates. And it's out of play.
All right, I'm going to need somebody to tell me if Isaiah Brockington is still in New Zealand, because he is not out there, Jack, to start the 3rd quarter. Cam, what the hell going on down there, man? Cam's going to have to let me know about that later. I can't figure it out.
Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 are drowning him out at the moment, so we'll get to him shortly as Harvey floats into the paint. It's back to 8.
Patented floater game by Tyler Harvey. Patented.
Just to go back to that, that is a fascinating move by Pettery Coppner to not have Brockington out there to start this 3rd quarter. Unless there is an injury concern, which Cam will tell us about in a moment.
He gave us a great halftime interview. And, yeah, this is a mystery.
Arthur is dying for Lopez in rhythm. Oh, that's a Falcon.
Yep. Sloppy turnover. Don't do it, Parker. Oh, he did it anyway. Oh, JaVale Party thought that Parker surely won't shoot that, but no, there's Rob. There's Isaiah on the bench right there. He looks fine, so.
The Breakers continue a double-digit lead. Nice knockdown, Mason Peatling.
Yeah, Mason forced me to say his name in my column last week, Jack, because he knows he's better than that, not scoring a point.
Offensive rebound, Lopez. Those long levers. Jackson Cartwright for 3, lines it up.
PJC, he's already given us well, PJC double-double with assists. This is incredible. His 3-ball has betrayed him at the start of the season, but right now today it's working fine.
He was just 12% from deep coming into tonight. Harvey unsuccessful.
Turn around.
Liafa in rhythm. His struggles continues from long range. And that caught Swakala-Bullock's foot on the way out.
Breakers hanging on to this 10-point lead. But they come out aggressive just like they did to start the game, so they're committed. Like Isaiah Brockington just said at the half, they all had a word to each other. They all looked each other in the eye, and you can see the commitment.
Lopez, Menenga, Liafa, Jackson Cartwright, and Baker out there for the Breakers. McGee, Harvey, Swakala-Bullock, Peatling, and McLaughlin. Breakers get a second look at it. 3 minutes played, 3rd quarter. The Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup presented by Disney+. Baker knocks it down.
That is a great shot by Rob Baker, but an even greater pass by PJC. Please get back on defense. Wilkes down there getting layup dunks. Parker Jackson Cartwright is putting on an absolute out-and-out passing clinic. Love to see it. Littlest man in the league somehow saw Rob Baker in the corner. Rob rewarding him, the whole team, Jack. They shot 50% at the half from 3. They 10 of 24, 41% from downtown.
Just 1-2, Damon. Isaiah Brockington's halftime interview with Cam. He said we delivered a few home truths. Nice look for Baker, turnaround jumper. You have to wonder whether PJC has decided, well, I'm going to get everyone else involved. I'll get my points, but I'm going to take my responsibility on to get others happening.
And sometimes that's what needs to happen. Sometimes you just assume things are going to go as planned or as what everybody spoke about. But then after 4 weeks, when you realize you're over, it's time for some serious talking. Here's another one. Wow. Oh, jeez. Sam Meninga did the old slow Tony Ronaldson in transition. The Chris Golding just mosey on down court and get the kick out 3. And Parker Jackson, Jack, what is that, 13 assists? 12 assists.
He's just putting it on a platter. This time for Sam Meninga, 74-58. It's raining threes in New Zealand.
It's raining assists. It might be raining outside the stadium at this point. Pete, Leonard, Jack mentioned it before. No Isaiah Brockington to start the half. It doesn't look like it matters according to the score, but a big move from Petteri Koppinen.
Yeah, we're digging into exactly what's going on there, but I'll tell you what, PJC, we spoke about it at halftime. He is just filling it up with the assists. He's got his scoring going. But this is the Sam Meninga I expected. I spoke to him. He played unbelievably well in Puerto Rico, shooting the 3-ball. Remember, he hit 7 threes when he was playing in Cairns against Melbourne United a couple of years ago. He's playing with confidence.
It all starts with PJC. If he can get everybody involved and do what he's doing, they will be a much better team.
Right now, if you're the Illawarra Hawks, you're Justin Tatum, what are you saying?
Well, he's tried. He's throwing out a zone right now. He's trying to find a group that just want to play defense. But you also got to understand, they're shooting the lights out, the Breakers. Can it continue in this game? It looks like it is. You've just got to be a little stronger.
Hey, I'm a stats nuffy. I want to see PJC get to 20 assists, Jack.
Well, we were talking about the most blocks in a game earlier on, Damon. Our statistician, Joel Peterson, who's doing it for free, by the way, tells us that John Dorsch holds the record for 14 blocks in 1991 when he was playing for Geelong.
Good Lord.
AJ Ogilvy has 8 in the 40-minute era. We might need to start tracking down some assist numbers, Joel, if you're still watching.
Yeah, somewhere Derek Rucker is nervous right now because I'm pretty sure he went for like 20-something assists in one game, and PJC is on his way.
The Illawarra Hawks have got some serious work to do. They are being pounded right now by the Breakers. Get another look at it.
We like to say it's a make-or-miss league right now from downtown. The Illawarra Hawks are 6 from 21, 28%. They're not getting to the free throw line either, Jack. Only 11 foul shots. Breakers are doing a good job.
Harvey gave it up. Peatling didn't swing to McLaughlin. Little floater, nice touch.
KG Peatling.
Gets it back to 14. Jackson Cartwright, we've got some numbers coming in. On league high assist, Damon. Karim Lopez helps himself to double figures now. That's 11 points on 4 of 8 for the teenager.
Goodness me. Well, and he was already shooting like 50%, Jack, from before this game.
54 coming into tonight. It's a foul on the Alpha.
Mi amigo on fuego. Oh, Petteri's on the floor.
You can't be there, Petteri. You don't play anymore.
He moved pretty quick to get out there.
We're going to take this out here. We can't have someone running on the floor.
Okay, on the pass off. Black 4. Hold. Shot out. Technical foul. Go. New Zealand. One shot.
I'll come.
Taylor Britt coming in. Let's take a listen to Chris Reed here.
And then we got to be able technical on court.
You can't run on the court.
You just simply can't.
I think that's pretty clear.
I mean, he was out there not just a little bit, too. I mean, he came from the baseline. But that just shows the passion and the desperation. Like, that's not normally what Petteri does, but when you're 0-4.
Was he out there to play D?
can still make a shot if Parker passes it to him.
Sure could. He's a hell of a player. Blanchfield blocked. Great energy from Baker. Menenga. Not that time.
Okay, so my man Isaiah Brockington, Jack, he's sitting because he's in foul trouble. I was just so hyped on how he was playing. Didn't even notice my man had, Isaiah, you gotta stop hacking, man, when you hot like that. They got 3 fouls, so the team is rolling without him. So we'll see him in the fourth quarter, but last thing we want to do is have him fouling out early.
No, I think the point's still valid, though, that would you have not maybe given him a minute or two to start the third quarter and just see what happens?
Yeah, that's, oh, come on, here he comes.
Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would have put a little bit more trust in him, but that's all right. He just got to learn to, you know, stay away from some of them ticky-tack fouls when you're on fire.
So here are some of these assist numbers from our work experience, kid. The record for assists in the modern 40-minute era is 15 by Nate Tomlinson in 2013. Tajir McCall had 15 in 2023 as well. Damian Keogh had 17 in 1983 in a 40-minute game. But the great Derek Rucker holds the record in a 47-minute game. Had 24 dimes in 1994.
Put Parker back in. We got to breathe that.
We can't have him holding that record.
Derek's still eating off of that record.
McLaughlin loses the handle. 5-on-4 up ahead for the Breakers. Ooh. Taylor Britt crossover, can't score. Wow. This is a different team tonight.
Totally different. And you can see the intent. Taylor Britt comes into the game, and we heard Pettery pregame. Get a stop, push the ball, get out and run. Back yourselves. Taylor gets the ball down the court, made a great move, just missed the layup. But Sam Menenga, he ran with them. Sam rewards himself. Fouled on the jump ball, on the tip, I should say.
This New Zealand team lost by 22 last week to Sydney, lost by 11 to Perth, saw them up close in round 1. They lost by 32 against Melbourne United, lost the season opener by 9 against Brisbane. But the criticism, Damon, from all and sundry, there's their record on screen, was the lack of fight.
Yeah.
Tonight, just something about the vibe, the mojo, something about them is completely different.
Yeah, it's losing 4 games in a row. That'll do it to you. That'll make you fight your teammates. I mean, but these are the kind of things that as a coach, you would assume that your players, your professional players, you wouldn't have to tell them to go out there and play like their lives depend on it. But sometimes you got to just give them a kick up the butt.
5 players in double figures. Still a long way to go in this game, but all of the momentum is with the Breakers on their home floor at Spark Arena. 2 more for Mason Peatling. He's got 14 for the night.
Yeah, Mason's making amends for his first 2 games, whether he was under the weather or whatever, but he is definitely, this is the Mason that we've seen last season when JT injected him into the starting lineup.
Reset through Taylor Britt, shot clock at 5. He pulls up and gets that to go.
Good to see, because that was his first 2 points at NBL26. He had a great Asian cut for the tall black.
Yeah.
He is a confident point guard who can score. Good to see him knock one down.
Yeah, FIBA Taylor Britt.
FIBA Britt, yeah.
FIBA Britt. Bolden dives on the ball.
And even that passage of play right there, Jack, we got Kareem Lopez, 6'10". We got Rob Lowe, 6'10", diving on a loose ball. This is the desperation. Now, I'm telling you, once you show it to Pettery Coppin once, he's going to demand to see it again next game. It can't go away. It can't be sometimey.
As Taylor Britt hobbles off with a bit of an ankle complaint. We'll keep an eye on that one. Let's another look at it.
You have to tell me what happened, Jack. I don't watch injuries in slow motion.
Never fun, those ones. Turn on the inside of the ankle. 81-62. The Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+. Plus. Little rush of blood from Mason Peatling. The Breakers continue on their merry way. Brockington on the floor now, as requested by Damon Lowry. Downloader Tarangi had an excellent first half. Great D from Greeter.
He did too, because I thought strength-wise, Greeter was probably giving up some strength to Rubin, but he held his own and used his long arms and
got to stop. Smaller lineup out there for the Hawks at the moment. Harvey, Greeter, Bales, Blanchfield, Peatling.
The Hawks have been looking, Jack, for the third score. The third score. So right now they got 3 guys in double figures. Tyler on 18, Mason's 14, JaVale 16. There's your 3 scores in double figures, but they gave it up 81 points in 3 quarters.
So is this, for all of the talk about Chikori McLaughlin, and not suggesting that he's at fault for all of this, but Blanchfield lays it up. Is this where they're missing a Trey Kell type, that third scorer to help?
The third scorer, and not only that, Jack, but they also had a double-figure score in Davo off the bench. So right now, they got the third scorer, but now they don't have the bench scoring. But the defensive end would probably be giving Justin Tatum the most problems. Okay. Okay, Zay. Fresh in, nothing but net. I'm going to reinstate my preseason early prediction for first team if he can keep this up, Jack. I'm reinstating it.
Greeter scores through contact, one to come.
One thing the Breakers don't want to do, I've been on teams before where you lose so much. You just look up at that scoreboard and think how much time is left. So we got another quarter to go. It's hard to not do it. But right now with a 17-point lead, with 12 minutes to go, they need to maintain their focus.
And it was their second half against Sydney last week that destroyed the game for them. They gave up 31 points in the third quarter. They gave up 27 in the fourth. They'd done a lot of things pretty well right up until that stage.
And Sydney's got too much firepower to get him, extra opportunities and chances like that.
The lead is 16 here. Low rolls to the cup. Has to go to plan B with 5 on the shot clock. Jackson Cartwright has that rattle out. Oh! Greeter will be back on the line.
That's when Greeter's at his best in transition. Gave Rob Lowe a bit of the okie doke. Got himself to the stripe. The Hawks gonna have to do it on the defense. Oh, they didn't call a. I'm mistaken. I just.
They'll take the 2 instead.
Okay, they
take the goaltend.
Yep, that's what they're gonna have to do though. They got to get back on the defensive end. Now the Hawks are up in the physicality as you should.
And Ken Widgeon gets in the middle of Isaiah Brockington, Chikori McLaughlin.
You call on me. He's pushed me every time, bro. He's pushed me every time, man.
Control.
I know he's an elite player, but call that, man.
Okay.
Buwali, yeah. Buwali's a spark plug. And somebody got to create the spark. You're on the road. Somebody got to ignite. Somebody got to ignite button.
Otherwise, really just call a double foul. Okay? That's it.
Bales out there making life difficult for Jackson Cartwright. If you're a Hawks supporter though, Damon, which, I mean, you are, but you're seeing him in a fight here.
Yeah, absolutely. You love it. And Buwali's like, what do I got to lose? We down 14.
Just simmering is here at Spark Arena.
Yeah, it's got to come on the defensive end too. So Jason Tatum has his defensive-like unit out there. And Todd Blanchfield's out there, the designated three-point shooter.
Todd Blanchfield's the nice guy on the floor right now. Jackson Cartwright, Davison. Ooh, swings to Brockington. Deserve more.
Yeah, that jab was vicious.
Minute 13 to play in the third quarter. Knocked off the rim. Rescued by Blanchfield. He's trying to get himself going. The Hawks 26% from deep tonight.
Yeah, him and Chikori missed the first 3. And hopefully that's not too serious. Hopefully it's just a minor cork. But yeah, the 3-ball is definitely deserted and betrayed the Illawarra Hawks. Not only in this game, but from on the season.
If you want to have a look at it, I just have his leg. Yeah, okay.
And Parker Jackson Cartwright looks pretty sore here. There's some concern on the New Zealand bench, as you can imagine. He's banged up to start this season, had a rib issue in the blitz, Damon Lowry, that he's taken into the start of the season. Let's have another look here.
Oh, yeah, this just looks like knee on knee. Incidental. Mason Penny came out to show him a bit of a ball screen situation, but and Parker's only got some little skinny road runner legs, so there ain't a whole lot of muscle there to protect him, but he's all right.
Being closely watched by Bawali Bales. 15 points, 12 assists, puts the ball on the floor, and that's how you answer.
That's how you answer back. Even with 1.5 legs, Parker's still faster than you. If Toddy knocks down a 23-foot layup, but you got to be careful how you guard Parker. Even though Bawali is great at putting pressure up the floor like this, once you get in the half court, you want to give him a little bit of a gap and contain him.
Carlin Davidson left wide open. Tension continuing to build. Here's the Amy replay.
Yeah, this is just too tight in my opinion, and that's just, you're inviting a guy who already wants to penetrate. He's already shooting over 50% from in there, and that's a little bit too easy.
Free throws to come for the Breakers. You can get the behind the scenes. Everything you need to know from the Hungry Jacks NBL. Follow all of the official channels on social media as well. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, Snapchat, MySpace.
MySpace, wow. Is that still a thing?
I don't think so.
I think I missed that whole craze anyway.
MSN, Merc, whatever else there was. You on TikTok?
I'm a TikToker these days.
These days?
Yeah, my daughter talked me into it. Just like a clock and I tick and I top.
87-72.
Back to 15, Jack.
TJC sits down. Max Darling in for his first minutes of the night. Had a DMP on Sunday.
Look at Petty in his defensive stance on the sideline. He's locked in.
Blanchfield throws that one into the stands. He thought he was fouled. McGee's not catching that on a ladder.
Not even JaVale, like, I mean, great job by the Breakers to come up with a stop. And I'm telling you, don't relax, because Parker, 2.4 seconds, all he needs is 2 dribbles.
He's back out there for this possession. Liafa from halfway. 87-72 is the Breakers' lead at three-quarter time here in the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup, presented by Disney+. New Zealand looking for their first win of this NBL26 season, and they are within touching distance with a quarter remaining.
Searching around,
Ignite Cup action is off to a hot start for the New Zealand Breakers. They lead by 15, but it's the Ignite Cup, and you know what that means. It is all about quarter by quarter, and right now they've won all 3 of them. Can they top it off and go all 4?
Well, I don't think Justin Tatum would care too much on the other side, but I tell you what, 72 points from the Hawks, it's enough at 3/4 time to be winning a game. Defensively, they've just leaked everything.
This is the time he would look down and get Dave O'Hickey in there, not just on the offensive end, but the defensive end, because he gets steals, he generates the tempo.
Still a bit of fight left in the defending champions. Jack Heverin, I'm sure you're wearing a pink blazer tonight. You must be loving the refs out there in the pink.
Haven't thought about it once, to be honest, but thank you, Felix. 87-72. They do look dashing in their pink, don't they? He thought he had a good one too.
Yeah. Failed miserably.
Just smack that back over the fence. Bowl that stuff to me. The Breakers a quarter away from their first victory of the year. They've won all 3 quarters so far. But here's the thing, Damon, and this is something that you've spoken about a lot.
Black 8.
Is the momentary lapse, the letdown, the quarter where they don't play to the standard that they need to be. They cannot allow this to be the 4th quarter.
No, and this is right. You look up at the scoreboard and you see a 15-point lead, and sometimes you might want to massage it. You might want to just kind of nurse it. What they want to do is step on the Hawks' throat right now and just have a proper blowout. And obviously the Hawks are going to try to prevent that, but that's the New Zealand mentality. That's what it should be.
Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup presented by Disney+. Wednesday night hoops, more basketball. You want it, you got it. Every single Wednesday. We will be here for you. Baker. Can't score. No McGee to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that neither. Looking at JaVale McGee's minutes. 18 minutes so far, so unless he's gonna, I don't know. I would be playing this man until he almost about to collapse myself.
3 fouls, so no reason for him not to be out there. Great pass inside. Lopez flies.
Great extra pass, Rob Baker. Kareem Lopez hasn't been that open all season. Jack, the Breakers was only averaging 83 points a game for the season in 4 games. And they sit here on 89. I mean, this is just, you could say, putrid defense by the Hawks. The Breakers are shooting 51%. Getting any kind of shot they want.
Baker walks into that 3. It fell into the lap of Jackson Cartwright. Lopez comes up with it. The hustle is there from New Zealand.
You can see it. Great job by Toddy Blanchfield, not giving up on the play, not known for his defense, but one-on-one did a good job and got the board. It was Tyler Harvey. Tyler's got to get busy.
So how concerning is this, Damon, that they've allowed 89 early in the 4th quarter? They are allowing in their first couple of games 91.5 points a game for Illawarra, and they certainly weren't allowing that last season.
Not at all. And defense is, and like Justin Tatum said pre-game, they're trying to figure out themselves with this new kind of a group. Yes, they do have some returning championship players, but you also have some new guys in there as well. So guys got to figure it out quick, but it's not looking good so far.
October 18, we talk about what an exciting time, what an amazing time it is to be an Australian basketball fan. The WNBL season starts at John Cain Arena. Kayla George will be in Flyers colours this season for the first time. Jade Melbourne returns back to the WNBL after an outstanding WNBA season. That's going to be one hell of an occasion.
Yeah, it is. Can't wait for the W to start. Will the Bendigo Spirit be able to go back-to-back? A lot of new faces in the league, a lot of new exciting imports. Can't wait to see it.
Like the look of the Geelong Venom this year. Oh, Charlotte Hill returns from injury.
Yeah.
They are a young, exciting team with a good coach. McGee on the floor. Swaka bullet with his feet set is a very, very good 3-point shooter, and that is an important bucket for the Hawks, who cut it back to 12 on the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup.
And you see what Petri Koppinen did straight away. Timeout. Petri Koppinen is a point guard, one of the best that's ever done it, and he sees a momentum shift, and he quickly got his troops together. Great job by Bawali Bales. He's just exploring that pick and roll, Jack. Just to kind of seeing what's available. Found an open Wani Swakala Bullock. Wani rewarded him. But if it's me, I'm going to keep it extremely simple. I'm going to dump that ball inside to JaVale McGee, who has Rob Baker guarding him, and let him either go to work or draw the double team.
20 points for Tyler Harvey. Mason Peatling's had a very good outing as well. 14 points. JaVale McGee has 16 to go with his 4 assists and 3 rebounds for the New Zealand Breakers. Parker Jackson Cartwright, 17 points and 12 assists. 16 for Menenga, 14 for Brockington, 13 for Lopez, and 10 points for Ruben Tarangi. $7:27 remaining at Spark Arena. Night 1 of the Hungry Jacks Ignite Cup presented by Disney Plus. And the Hawks are making a run at this thing.
They're going to have one more run in them. It's up to the Breakers now to see if they can go on with it. But Breakers got 4 guys and they starting 5 in double figures. And Tarangi off the bench with 16, so the spread has been great.
19 was the game-high lead for New Zealand. Illawarra have got it back to 12 now. Lopez out of the timeout. He's unsuccessful.
Right there. You missed him. Right there. If JaVale McGee, Jack, runs down the middle of the floor and stands in front of the Mitsubishi Motors logo, I've said this to guys, I say this to Brisbane Bullets with Tyrell Harrison. I say this when teams would be right. You get the ball to him right there, you just do not have a chance. Sam was left no choice but to foul him there.
He's got 16 points, 3 rebounds tonight. He's the first player since Ricky Jones at Townsville in 1993 to go 25 and 10 in his first 2 NBL games. That is going back, and that is going to be there all night.
Oh yeah, I mean, again, he's longer than everybody, Jack. He has a 7'6" wingspan, and the Breakers have done a good job for the majority of the game, showing JaVale the crowd, double teaming him when he's on the perimeter. But like I said, if he gets him anywhere near the key, he's too tall to double. But he's also making good passes. Now, if he can make his free throws on a regular basis, he's a literal cheat code.
44% from the stripe to start the season. Small sample size.
Small sample size. You can't have everything.
You know what he does have? 3 rings.
3. Yeah.
His team are within 10. They've got their game going to start this last quarter. Lopez from long range fires away.
Jack, there's not an ounce of hesitation in Kareem's. And I think he just might have sucked in JaVale McGee to a foul. This is impressive work by the 18-year-old next star. The Proxima Estrella. That's how you say next star, Jack, in Spanish.
Is it?
Trust me.
Famous last words. There's Kareem Lopez stat line, 16, 7 and 4, plus 18 in his 21 minutes tonight. We are seeing this prodigy grow before our very eyes. Finds Tarangi in the corner. Rebound Peatling. Clock ticks down to 6 minutes remaining at Spark Arena. Oof, Harvey off balance, throws a wild one.
I know the Hawks like the 2-man game between Tyler Harvey and JaVale, and anything that can get Tyler into the key for his patent floaters. But I'm just going to keep going to JaVale. Like, forget that right now. I mean, he's going to get you in foul trouble if you just be patient enough and let him seal. But on the Breaker side, all you got to do is just keep running your stuff.
Jackson Cartwright. 18 turnovers as well for the Hawks. Defensively, some issues there. Looking after the ball has been another for Justin Tatum's men. Right across this one. Nice find underneath. McGee for Swakala Bullock.
And Rob Lowe was screaming for help, as you should. But, oh, hello. This man has been shooting quite ordinary, to say the least, to put it nicely, but good to see him confident.
Didn't have to think about that one, Isaiah Leafa. McGee no good off the glass. Jackson Cartwright slicing and dicing. He left it short. The Hawks push the tempo. Peatling from one end to the other. Finds a wide-open Wani.
Ooh, that was the one, Jack.
That was the one.
This is a situation where I'd like to see Parker get the ball through hands. You got a 14-point lead. One pass offense is not what you want right now.
He has 13 assists, Parker Jackson Cartwright. Tarangi explores. Knocked away from him. Still very much a pulse here for the Illawarra Hawks. Particularly while Tyler Harvey's on the floor.
That same pick and roll that Harvey got just then with JaVale, that's after a little bit of ball movement. If you can get the defense to shift a little bit, because that's just about unstoppable, that two-man game right there between those two.
22 for Harvey. And a letdown defensively. That is super wide open for Tarangi.
Teams are going to JaVale. Oh, they got Ruben for that one. No, teams are definitely going to JaVale McGee because he's playing a one-man zone even when they're not in a zone. So as long as you put shooters around him, a la what the Breakers had last year with Taco Fall, how teams exploited him, this is what JaVale's going to have to deal with throughout this season.
And this was a team, Damon, and we've highlighted it ad nauseum, but it's a relevant stat. They were last in the competition for three-point percentage coming into tonight. So some of the more advanced three-point shooting teams, they'll be watching this, won't they?
100%. Obviously, you have to still make the shots. Well, guess what? New Zealand Breakers have made 15 three-pointers, Jack. So it's one thing to do it if teams are not shooting well. But if teams are shooting well like this, you need to make an adjustment. And right now, JaVale is not adjusted.
Scores are level for the quarter. A reminder, in the Hungry Jacks NBL Ignite Cup, you get a point for every single quarter one. So the Hawks by one.
And so JaVale gets subbed out probably for that very reason, Jack. Daniel Greta comes in, but I'm looking like who's going to help Tyler Harvey score.
It's a big mountain to climb for the Hawks. Jackson Cartwright. Cross court for Carlin Davidson. Three-ball number 16 for the evening.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jack, if Carlin Davidson gets that shot in this game, we are looking at, I'm not going to say nothing too nuts, but we are looking at an extremely good basketball player.
There he is again. He's athletic. He's coming off a stunning NBL season, and he forces a turnover here.
6'5", 6'6". We look at Amy replay right here. Parker once again in the key, creating havoc. Kicks it out. Carlin did not hesitate. He knows his three-point shooting is not his main thing, but you got to work on it, a la Kareem Lopez. And today is the day.
Played for Taranaki in the NZNBL under the tutelage of Sam McKinnon. Averaged nearly 19 points and 7.5 rebounds a game. He's 22 years of age. He's ready to break out, this guy. And I think a lot of Breakers fans are ready for that moment. Here he is again.
Come on, Carlin! Back to back. Corner three ball. Great extra pass by Zaylee Alpha. Jack, 3 minutes to go with a 20-point lead. It is extremely difficult to lose from here.
A game-high margin.
Where is he? Find him. Find him.
There's the quarter-by-quarter breakdown. Tarangi.
Oh, my God.
Splash from all parts of Spark Arena. The New Zealand Breakers have turned up and shot the lights out here in the Ignite Cup. Timeout Illawarra, 107-84. Boys, it is some sort of night here for the Breakers.
It is raining at Spark Arena. Who would have thought the team that apparently couldn't hit the backside of a cow with a guitar has now broken the Gibson on their hind?
Wow.
I mean, what a performance. Shooting is contagious. Confidence is contagious. And we saw that. Brockington led the way from the start, and everybody's chiming in. Davidson, Ruben Tarangi came out, hit those back-to-back threes. Kareem Lopez looks like a top 2 pick, and he's not 2.
What are the Hawks doing? What kind of defense are they playing to get these wide open, for them to have those wide open shots?
Damon called JaVale Wilt Chamberlain. God knows what he's going to call Carlin Davis. It's going to be Larry Bird by the end of the night. But Parker Jackson-Cartwright, we knew what was going to happen here. He is remarkably consistent. But the Blackmore stats right now, a career-high in assists, 16. He's not quite going to catch Derek Rucker tonight, but boy, he's come close.
Man, Derek Rucker played a game for 2 weeks straight. He's only playing a 40-minute game here. That's getting a better record.
There's a real chance that Derek was also dating the statistician. So you never know what was happening there. If he's ended up with 24.
Oh, no, you can't say that.
But I've lost a friend tonight. Anyway, Jack, take it up for me.
Oh, boy. You might have got away with it. I just saw on Instagram he was off climbing a mountain or going on a walk or something. You might have got away with that, but it will get back to him. Everything does. But I also think you were right. The tech foul on Greta during the timeout as well. New Zealand fans, Damon, have got 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to absolutely drink this in.
Yeah, soak it all in. I mean, the Breakers fans, they keep turning up. They're not going to turn their back on their team, but, man, you talk about a performance that's worthy of a playoff kind of a team. I mean, who knows how the season's going to shake out in the end, but this level of play right here, this kind of aggression, this team's going to have to play with on a consistent basis.
And it's been led by this guy. He's put the team on his back and said, come with me.
The little big man. The fastest man in the league, shooting over 50% inside the key. He led from the front, Jack. He knows that he's a leader of this team. Now, he's a quiet kind of a leader. He's not that demonstrative, although he is there. He is beating his chest now. But between him and the imports, they all seem like some nice, quiet, mild-mannered dudes. But you go 4 losses in a row and watch the fireworks come out of this man.
111-84. With their form line coming in, there is no way that we saw this one coming. But credit where it's due. They've been superb. Sam Menenga's had himself a good night as well. 16 points, 6 rebounds, and he runs the floor with emphasis.
Assist number 17. If Parker passes you the ball, your ass better shoot it.
Sam Menenga and Harry Foley now.
Next play, fellas, here we go. Bonus, fellas, here we go. We got 2 shots.
He just kept running the floor, took advantage of Harry frauding in transition. Harry had a bit of a jog happening, and Sam just kept running.
And this is now the most assists ever by a New Zealand player in a game, and also ties that Damien Keogh record that we spoke about for 17 in a 40-minute game. That was in 1983, Damon Larry, which was 2 years before I was even considered.
Goodness me, I was a sophomore in high school trying to cheat off somebody's paper in class. That is unbelievable work. Oh, no, he saw Parker out of the game, Pettery, no.
Foley leaves that short. And they are not done, New Zealand. An insatiable appetite for buckets. How's Ruben Tarangi's night? 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, plus 23.
What's his career high? I mean, Ruben he's been looking for a home, and it took him to go back to his homeland. Good to see him finally producing. He's got a lot of basketball left in him.
He sure does. 31 in a few days' time, so still plenty of basketball left in Ruben Tarangi.
Giving himself a early birthday present. As Perry Company gets some run. Young Jack Andrew.
In for his first look tonight. Home fan standing as one. Max Darling misses out. Jonah Antonio also on the floor for Illawarra, who are going to become a story of their own, Damon.
Yeah, the back page of Illawarra Mercury. It ain't gonna be pretty reading.
0-3 to start your championship defense.
Yeah, nor should it be. Especially, I mean, it's one thing to lose, but it's another thing to get the brakes beat off of you.
This is a big, big loss. Brockington.
We just saw a team that was just more desperate, Jack, than the other team. That's what we saw.
Sometimes in basketball, it can be as scientific as you want it to be, and other times, like you just said, it's all about the mental side of the game.
100%.
Who wants it more?
Isaiah Brockington said to Cam Glenn at halftime, we had to say, what are we going to be about? And they had just had enough of it. So they've just shown what they're capable of and what they're about. Now their challenge will be to back up and do it again.
New Zealand's next assignment is Sunday at Spark Arena. They'll host the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. So what a turnaround it'd be for them if they could go 2-0 for the round.
Every team poses a different kind of a challenge, and the Phoenix are going to bring some full-court intensive pressure that the Hawks don't play like. So styles make fights. That'll be interesting one.
And the Hawks host the Brisbane Bullets on Saturday night. Davidson upstairs.
That is what that man is known for.
It's been a party to start the Ignite Cup. The New Zealand Breakers smash Illawarra with their first victory of the NBL26 season. What an occasion to do it in front of their home fans at Spark Arena. 117-88. It's the performance we've been waiting for.
Contributions from top to bottom by this team, led by Parker Jackson Cartwright. I thought Isaiah Brockington set the tone early, as well as Sam Meninga. And they put 4 quarters together, Jack, for the first time all season. Is Parker Jackson Cartwright. If anybody else was to grab that Foot Locker award,
no, sir,
we'd have a problem with it.
There's a pair of shoes headed Parker Jackson's Cartwright's way. 20 points, 17 assists. He had that many assists, I was trying to count them and stuttered in the end. 8 of 15 from the field as well. That's the performance of a leader.
Every team's going to have their droughts and they're going to have their, their adversity. But right now, the Breakers show what they're made of.
Stunning performance from the New Zealand Breakers. The boys are back to wrap it up on the other side of this. A reminder, Sydney and Melbourne still to come later on tonight in the Ignite Cup with thanks to Hungry Jacks, presented by Disney+. What a way to start.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
What a start to the Ignite Cup, and if you said you saw that coming, then you're a bold-faced liar, because no one did. 0-4, the New Zealand Breakers, Leonard Copeland, he brought out the wooden spoon in the pre-game and he snapped it at halftime, because that was a whole different beast than we have seen. The Illawarra Hawks with a whole lot to do, Peter Hooley, Leonard Copeland, but tonight it was all New Zealand.
If you make 18 threes on 40 attempts, you're going to put yourself in a position to win a whole lot of games. That is the worst loss by Justin Tatum coach team since he's been here. He'd only lost 3 games by double digits total. The last one was 16 they lost to by Tasmania. We don't see that often.
400,000 brings out the best in, I'm telling you now. You come in and shoot the ball that way for 400 grand, I would too.
Hey, the Harlem Globetrotters, the New Zealand Breakers were fantastic, but Parker Jackson Cartwright, it was almost written in the stars. Backs against the wall, 0-4. They needed to get it done. PJC comes out with a career night, almost an NBL record over all minutes of the modern era, definitely, and gets the job done.
We're going to have that conversation. 17 assists in how many minutes he played, that's very, very hard to do.
That's 100%. I'm saying 17 assists, and the way that they count assists in this league, if that was the NBA, it'd be 800 assists. We'd be talking Rondo numbers the way the statisticians work here. Hey, Sydney and Melbourne coming up.
Oh, I can't wait for this one. This is going to be fun. There'll be a bit of fire in this.
Key matchups. I can't wait to see it.
And Dellavedova, hey, he might be a quiet sort of guy, but maybe I'm just talking this into existence.
This matters.
I reckon he wanted Melbourne to pay him that money, and he had to go down the Hume Highway to get it for the Sydney Kings. It's set to be an absolute blockbuster. We're going to be on the backside of this break to chat all things Sydney Kings, Melbourne United, set to be an absolute cracker. The Ignite Cup, you could say that it's been ignite.
Okay, Kings fans, where's the night Ignite Cup? Time to get the energy going. There's the Harvey Cannon. We have another giveaway. Where are your pom-poms? Who brought the pom-poms along? If you didn't bring them up, stand up, get the captain's attention, and you can win a prize. We're giving away a Cannon selfie XX20.